Guten Tag, wie geht's? For those of you that don't speak German, that means good day, how are you? So, as you can possibly guess, this might be a little bit German themed with the giant flag in the background. So this is actually, it's an old German flag. I really like the eagle on it, so I figured I think it's an old German flag. I'm actually not 100% sure about that. I've just seen like the eagle on it, and that's one that I really like, and so I decided to choose that one for this video. The reason why I am doing this video is because one of my viewers requested this, and I want to deliver and just share a little bit about my mission. Like, I wasn't going to originally, but since you asked, I'm going to. And so, like, where to begin? Like, where to be freaking begin? That was a very good question. I think actually, well, where I will begin is actually my mission called opening. I was called to serve an LDS mission of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Berlin, Germany. Now, that doesn't mean like just Berlin, the city itself. That means actually like literally from Denmark down to just north of Frankfurt, all the way over to the border of Poland and to the border of France, Belgium, and Netherlands. All those countries was my mission. Like, it was a big mission. Like, it was very big. It's actually the biggest of the 3 missions of Germany. Now, I don't want to go on and like preach to you guys or anything like that. I just want to tell you about it, like what happened to me, some of my greatest experiences, funny experiences, weird experiences, stuff like that. Like stuff that was just fun, all around fun. And I have a couple of knickknacks and stuff like that that I got from Germany with me. Obviously, you can see the very first one is the flag behind me. That was I got that almost immediately. When I got to Germany, I mean, I had to buy a flag immediately. I was like in my second area, because in my first area, I was in Leipzig. And actually, what I'm gonna do, now that I think about it, is I'm gonna give a picture. It's gonna be right here, showing you exactly where I was in my mission, and the main places that I was in my mission was, I had 5 cities: Leipzig, Erfurt, Wilhelmshaven, Leipzig, Elmstein, Wilhelmshaven, Erfurt, and Cottbus. Those are the 5 cities that I was in. Now you might be asking yourself, like, where are there a couple of cities where Erfurt is a little north, like 30 minutes north of Hamburg, and Wilhelmshaven is just like a little kind of way off into the west, and then Cottbus is pretty almost like on the border. It's like almost a stone throws away from Poland, on the east side. So I was like mostly all over the place, and then Erfurt is, I think it's south, if I remember correctly, southwest of Leipzig, and so I was pretty much all over the place, but most of the time I was in East Germany. And honestly, there's a very big difference between East and West Germany. Like, a very big difference that you actually wouldn't even really realize until you had actually been there. Like, there are actually like buildings like that are completely and utterly just abandoned. Like, abandoned in the middle of cities, and you're like, what's wrong with this building? Like, is there something wrong with this building? And honestly, there is nothing wrong with the building except that it's abandoned. And the reason why it's abandoned is because there was a time called the DDR, or the time where the Soviets had basically taken over the entire east part of Germany. East part of Germany and parts of Berlin. And so that's where the time was known as like the Berlin Wall, stuff like that. And basically, all East Germany was cut off from West Germany, and that's because all these sides after World War II were like, you have the French side, the American side, the English side, and then you've got the Soviet side. and basically like they were just cut off. And so when the wall came down in Berlin and everybody was actually like okay to go back and forth between East and West Germany, literally just everything, like all the people there that were there just left. Like they just left and went straight to West Germany, and it was like no, gone. Like even the Russians, when they pulled out, they didn't like they just completely left the buildings because there were buildings that were completely for Russians or time Soviets, and then when they just left the buildings. Like nothing ever happened, kind of a thing. Um, and so you would see some of those in some of the cities, and you're just amazed, like full on amazed at some of the things that you're seeing. Like it was crazy, but it was also really amazing because like my very first city of Leipzig is like a really really big. Okay, it's not that big, but it's a big city, and I was so stoked. Um, it's just a really big city, and that's actually one of the cities that had a very big impact. For example, like the peaceful protest. There was a protest that was very peaceful, right outside the church, the Saint Nikolai Kirche, or sorry, the Saint Nicholas Church. When I start talking about German, I'm sorry about that. Like I start getting into German, and I just start immediately going back into it. It's just like it's just a switch. I can automatically do it sometimes, and sometimes I do it without thinking, and it just goes boom, done. Like, and I go straight into German. I don't mean to. So if I do that throughout this video, I'm sorry. But back to that. So I was in Leipzig for probably a good. I was in there for about 2 2 and 2 week transfers. I say 2 and 2 week transfers because usually a transfer is 6 weeks, and yeah, you're there and basically you're sitting there, you teach the gospel and what we believe in and everything like that for that 6 weeks in the area, and then it's possible that we move on from the area to another area. But in this case, I stayed for another week, another transfer, and then I stayed for another one. I was supposed to stay for a third transfer, but 2 weeks into it, I got a call from my mission president. That's basically the guy that's all over the entire mission, and he said, "Hey, we have an emergency up in Elmstein. We need to do a transfer. Are you willing to do that for us?" And I was like, yeah, I was very heartbroken at this point when I heard that because I was very sad because I fell in love with Leipzig so much, like so much, and like every missionary will say this, or 99% of the missionaries will say this, that they have a very special bond with the first area of their mission, and I can definitely testify to that because I fell in love with Leipzig so much because like literally on that Monday, I said I could live here in Leipzig. I love it so much. And then the very next day, I get a phone call saying, "Hey, you're leaving Leipzig. Pack your things." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" No, but I left. And I went to Elmshorn. Elmshorn is this small little town, just 30 minutes north of Hamburg. It's To be honest, they have nothing there. Except for one amazing thing. Which, if you're having a very bad day, which is probably like you just need to take a deep breath, smile, and move on. Because in this city, there's what's called the Kuhn factory. And this is basically muesli factory or an oatmeal factory that basically just makes oatmeal, and so the entire city just smells, it reeks of cookies. It's the best city in the world, honestly. Not really, but like it's just like the best smelling city in the world in my opinion, that I've been to. I should say that I've been to. I'm sorry. Stop with the hate. I'm sorry. Okay, we good? Okay, good. So, but in this area, when I said, like I said, it was a very sad time because I really loved Leipzig and I didn't want to go to Elmshorn, sadly to say. So with that being said, I picked up this guy. my Darth Vader pig head, and I kind of just had him on my desk like at all times, and I just thought it was kind of funny because it's Darth Vader in a pig head. I don't know. I thought it was funny, and because this was the time where the Force Awakens had come out, and being on my mission, I couldn't go see it. That's kind of the price of being on a mission is you basically go away from the world for 2 years, but that's away from basically really technology, Facebook, or anything like that. Um, for 2 years, and basically you just focus on the gospel. Um, but yeah, I mean that was the area where I really, really started learning my German. I mean, I was forced to learn my German because 2 weeks into this area, no, yeah, basically 2 weeks into this area that I'm at, like the guy that I'm with, who's I think he was about 7 months out on his mission or anything like that, and at this point I've been like 2 months, no, 3-ish months out on my mission, maybe 4, and he's been out. I'm just gonna say transfers because this is gonna be easy for me. And so usually missionaries stay out about 16 to 18 transfers, depending on the missionary themselves, if they want to stay longer or shorter. They're really just up to the missionary. And so for me, I think it was about 16 transfers. And so that with that being said, I was on my 3rd transfer. This was going to be 4th. This is my 4th transfer, and I'd only been in this area for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I don't know the area at all. It takes about 6 weeks to know an area, approximately, to know the ins and outs of the area. And so 2 weeks in the area, I am basically left alone. This guy leaves. He was called away to another area, and I'm just sitting there like, crap, now what do I do? I get another missionary who's only 1 transfer older than I am. And he can't really speak German as much as I can. Oh, excuse me, that reverse that. He can speak a little bit more German than I can. Like, and I mean only a little bit more. And so there are times where we're just like talking on the streets, and we're just sitting there like, I have no idea what you're talking about. What is he talking about, Elder? And that's the other thing. We called each other Elder, because that was the basically kind of like the title that we were given as like teacher, proselyter, or missionary, teacher, yeah, anything like that. Like, and so basically we would just call each other Elder, because it was simpler. Instead of saying Elder so and so, or yeah, it would just be simpler to say Elder. Even though the both of us were called Elder, if it wouldn't be saying like Elder, what? Who calls me? I just called my Elder. Who called Elder? No, it's not like that. But if it were like a really big group with like 6 elders or something like that, it's then you say Elder so and so, Elder so and so, Elder so and so to get their attention. That's the same with sister missionaries, and we call them obviously sister missionaries or sister so and so. And yeah, but anyways, he and I would look at each other and we're like, we have no idea what's going on, and so we had to force ourselves to actually learn the language, and that took quite a bit of time. But in this area, it was it's definitely, I'm gonna say this a lot, but it's definitely one of my favorite areas. In this area, I met one of the sweetest women that I'd ever met before. I'll put a picture right here for you so that you can see her. And she is seriously one of the sweetest women I have ever met. She's like 70-something years old, and she's a convert to the church, and she was just so sweet. Because every Monday she would invite us over and just basically cook us dinner. Like she would cook us dinner, just just play games with us. We would teach her a lesson. She would invite people over for lessons and stuff like that, and we would just have a fun time. And like these lessons would last hours. Like usually like a lesson is usually about like 15 to like 30 minutes to about an hour long. 2 hours was like maximum usually, but these would last like 3 hours, like 3.5 hours. And because we would cook us dinner, we'd play games, eat dessert, have a lesson, and it would just be like 3.5 hours later. Her name was Schwester Redskin. One of the sweetest people in the world, I swear. And don't get me wrong, there's so many people that I met across my mission, and I can't name them all. I really can't. But I'll name my favorites as I get into the areas. But she, like I said, she was the sweetest woman, and she had some of the best cooking in the world. Every missionary that'll say that have gone to this area will probably say the exact same thing, that Schwester Ritzka has the best cooking in the world. Oh, it's so delectable. I can taste it right now. My mouth is just watering just thinking about it. But yeah. Alright, so about this time, it's starting to get about October-ish. Wait. Yeah, October-ish. And so that means the Oktoberfest is coming around, and also we're starting to get into Christmas. Now with Oktoberfest, there's only one thing you can wear during Oktoberfest if you're a German. No, I'm kidding. Germans are gonna hate me for saying that. It's such a big stereotype, and this is what it is. They're called lederhosen, or basically, easily translated is leather pants. And so I'm gonna actually stand up for these because I actually got like the big pair. And so these are lederhosen, like leather pants, and these are full on leather. Like you can, I'm not sure if you can, if these will do justice, but like these are full on leather pants, and these pants are worn by people who go to Oktoberfest, and like they're really, really, really like traditional pants. But it's not all over Germany. It's more towards the southern Germany, like Bayern. Those Germans really go all full out on Oktoberfest because they're the ones that actually created it. And so they have so much with Oktoberfest, but like of course it's leaked all over Germany as well. And all over Germany they celebrate it as well, but it's not like Germany is known for Oktoberfest and stuff like that. Even though that's a huge, huge stereotype, which is not 100% true. It is a lot true, but not 100% true. Because not every German will just go around wearing lederhosen and just be like getting drunk off their butt all the time. But they do. I'll tell you one thing: Germans will invent a holiday just to drink. That is so true. I mean, there were so many holidays that they would be like just drinking, just holidays just to drink. That's just a typical German. Now that's not like LDS Germans or Mormon Germans or anything like that. No, obviously we don't drink, so that's definitely false. So like I said, we're starting to come towards Christmas time, and during Christmas time there are what's called Weihnachtsmarkt. Or Weihnachtsmarkt. And basically it's called a Christmas market. So each city will set up their own Weihnachtsmarkt for in the town center. So in Elmshorn, I was there and they set it up, and it was pretty good. To be honest, it was pretty good for the small city that I was in. But like I was able to go to Hamburg and see their Christmas market. It was fantastic. I will put up a picture right here if I haven't done it already, of a Christmas market, and what it looks like and everything like that. And some of the things that you can get at Christmas markets are like stuff like this. This is a candle holder that's completely made out of wood, which is kind of ironic if you think about it. And it has the picture of the Christmas scene where Jesus was born in the manger. And so it's very It's very beautiful. Like I got this as a gift, and I'm so happy that it made it. Like there's a little bit of damage, as you can see right here, done, and I'm sad about that. But I'm just happy in general that it made it back in relatively one piece. Now, there's this other thing that you can get at the Christmas markets that is amazing. Like I think they're so cool. It's called Rauchermen, or excuse me, Rauchermen, and basically they are men out, and they usually have, when they're completely working and everything like that, they will have smoke coming out of their mouth. Like I don't have a candle in it right now at all or anything like that, but that's what they're meant for. And usually these little candles are scented, so like it'll be like apple scented or cinnamon or Christmas cinnamon smells and stuff like that. And these things are just really awesome. Like it's just one of those things that you gotta get on while you're there. It's just like you have to. There's like no say in the matter whatsoever. And okay, of course there's a say, but like still. And so these Christmas markets are last from like the start of, or the very end of like November-ish, depending on how fast they set it up, to the end of just before New Year's Eve. And they're set up for basically most of the month of December. And then yeah, it is it's so beautiful there. Like they're basically like little towns just set up in the middle of a city, and it's just so beautiful and so wonderful. Like it's like your own winter wonderland, you could say. Like you walk in and you're, even if you're in the middle of the city, it's just like, where am I? Like what doorway did I just walk into Narnia? Like it is beautiful. There are times when missionaries, we have a little bit of extra time, like during the night and stuff like that, where we would always like write down like what happened during the day in our journals and everything like that, and that was all fun and dandy. But there are times when it's just like you're bored. Yeah, you're just flat out bored at night, because like you're just sitting there like, well, I've talked about everything and the kitchen sink with my companion, so like, now what? So you get yourself some fun things, like for example a Rubik's Cube. I got this while I was in Elmstein as well, and I eventually figured out how to solve it. And so I will actually do a video right now of me solving this. It'll take me a few minutes, so I will speed it up, because like this is actually the first time I've been solved this I'll be solving this Rubik's Cube since I've been home, to be flat out honest. So I will start it, and then I will play some music, and yeah, see you when I'm done with this. Boom. So yeah, took me a little while. I mean, I haven't done this in months, so it's taken me a little while to do that. Oh my gosh, I have way too much stuff to talk about, but like my mission was absolutely fantastic. One of the things that I cherish the most for my mission is my name badge. But like my name badge is probably one of the things that's most sacred to me. Um, Not due to the fact because I was just considered a missionary at that point, but because I was able to literally carry the name of Christ on my chest at all times above my heart, and I'm so very thankful for that opportunity that I was able to do that. And I don't want to preach to you guys, as I said before, but I just want to say thank you to all the people that I was able to teach. Um, the ones that were successful, the ones that weren't, the wonderful people that I got to meet. I mean, just to name a couple, I mean, my companions, Elder Spalding, Elder Sinclair. I mean, he wasn't my companion, but like he was amazing. He was just funny guy all around from Britain. Um, Elder Clark, my trainer. Um, so many. There's so many people, and like it's really hard to just name just everybody. But some of the people that I met on the streets and families, Professor Redska, the Familie Mueller, Anna and Klaus, Sarah, Grunzio, Roland, Bartholomew, like Anna and Erfurt, just to name a few. There are so many people and I can't name them all. I love them all very much. I love Germany. One of my German teachers that I'm now attending at UVU, said Germany's like a drug. Once you go there and you leave, you can't wait to get your next hit of Germany. And it's so true. I love it so much. I love Germany. I love the people there. I love the culture. I love the food. There's so many fun, weird experiences that I had. I mean, there was one experience where I had a 1,000-degree pasta because one of the people that we were teaching took the sriracha sauce, opened up the lid, and this is the extra heart, by the way, just boom, dumped it in, and I was like, I'm gonna die because I couldn't take that much heat. But like now that I'm home, I'm like craving spicy food. The people that I got along with, the people that I didn't get along with, I mean, there's so many people. Some of the people that I made up with, the people that I never. Oh, there's just so many things that I could talk about Germany. There's so many things that I love about it, and I could talk about more. I can go on for hours about this. I have gone on for hours about this. But I don't want to take up that much time because I want you guys to be able to like see it. And there's just too much to be condensed down into like a 30-minute video, a 10-minute video, too much. I don't even know how long this video is going to be, but there's too much. 2 full years to be condensed down into just a couple-minute video is impossible. Because there's so much you want to talk about. I mean, I hope this is kind of what you wanted. If you want more, please comment down below and let me know if you want to hear more. I'm so glad to say and to talk about it. In fact, I will get people from my mission. I will get them and we can come together and we can talk and we can have a fun old time. And we'll just have a discussion about the missions themselves, about some of the hard times and the difficult times, happy times, funny times, the times we just got together and just had a ball. Like literally, there were times when we just played football together. It was just so much fun. I'm talking American football, not European football. It was just so fun and I loved it. There were every minute of it. I mean, yes, there are times where I cried. There are times that I laughed so hard. Just way too much to put into it. I loved it so much. Those of you who are deciding whether or not to go on missions, I highly recommend it. Now, it's not for everyone. I can say that with a guarantee. It's not for everyone. My best friend, he went on his mission, then he came home early. But that's okay. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. He had a mental breakdown. But he's risen from the, literally, he's risen from the ashes. And I'm so proud of him for that. I'm so happy. I was the happiest that I've ever been so far in my life on my mission. And you know what? I'm still happy for my mission. If you can't see it, I love my mission so much. And I could always see the hand of Christ always in wherever I was. I mean, yeah, there were times when it was very hard to see it. But I did see it. And I loved it. I'm thankful for it. Thankful so much for it. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And you know what? I will see you guys in the next video. But before I do that, I want to say, if you want to see, as I said before, if you want to see more videos like this, like, give it a thumbs up so I can know that you really, really like the video and you want to see more videos like this. And also comment down below, like, ask me specific questions. I can't just like throw a whole video together. That's why I've been like delaying this video or my videos, because I couldn't exactly know what to jam into this video because it's so big. There's so much. But thank you again. I love all you guys. I'm very thankful for every single one of you guys, every single one of my subscribers, every single one of the people that like the videos. Everything. I love it. I hope we can continue to grow. I really do. But until next time, see ya.